Yeah, welcome everybody. Let us know from where you're tuning in. Welcome to the 37th Hohner Live here on the Hohner YouTube channel. Really looking forward to this. Happy New Year to everyone. Wishing you a great start into 2021 and a lot more like musical adventures. I'm very happy to have Ariel Bart on stream today. Welcome. Thank you for your time. Thank you for agreeing to do this.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Really looking forward to this. I think, to be honest, I discovered you on YouTube, I think. For those of you out there who don't know, Ariel is a chromatic harmonica player and composer from Israel. So you are in Israel right now too, right?
Right, yeah.
In Jerusalem. She recently graduated from the New School University in New York City and studied there with the greatest jazz musicians. Now working towards your first duo album, not a duo album, a debut album.
Right.
So that's your big plan for this year, is that right?
Yeah, basically to record some music. I'm finishing to work on my album. Playing with some friends, practicing a lot. That's what you can do right now.
Yeah, and will it be like a New York setting or an Israel setting, the band? Or will it be a mixture?
No, the band. Do you mean the band for the album?
Yeah.
Basically, the band is all friends from Israel, and before the pandemic, each of us lived in a different place in the world. I was in New York, and the cellist in the album was in Greece. Someone was in Boston, so it brought us all together. It's really nice. It's the perfect combination of people and the instruments and timing. So yeah.
Okay, so what will be the setting like? Which instruments are you playing with? Is it like the quintet setting or?
Yeah, it's a quintet. I have a classic jazz piano trio, like a rhythm section, piano, drums, and contrabass. And in the front line, I have the harmonica and the cello.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I thought was very special about that. There was that one video where you played "Stranger on the Hill," which is your composition.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a beautiful ballad with piano and cello, which is a nice combination combined with harmonica. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, actually, for the album, we recorded another version of this song with a full rhythm section with drums and bass, so it sounds a bit different, but still the same vibe.
Yeah. There are more and more people tuning in. Babak already has been on the stream. He's a great diatonic player from Iran. Matthias is from Hamburg. I think he lives pretty close by. And there are some more people from Germany tuning in too. Tina and Ulrike. I know them from the very beginnings of my live streams last year. But yeah, we should definitely start at your musical beginnings too. I read that you started playing the harmonica at the age of 7. That's definitely earlier than I started. So how did that come about?
So I started in Israel. There is an harmonica orchestra for the ages of, I think it's 7 till 18.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was really close to my place, and I have a sister. She's older than me. She wanted to play the harmonica, and I just followed her.
So she started out earlier than you?
Yeah, she started earlier than me, and then we both play at the orchestra, and then I moved. It was in a different place in Israel. Then I moved to Jerusalem, and it became serious. I attended a high school for the arts. So I was I was in a jazz department in high school, and then started to explore different styles and more the jazz style and improvisation and sound, and play with people for real, not only harmonica players. So yeah.
But wow, so there's a harmonica orchestra there. I mean, that's pretty unusual.
Yeah, it's really unusual. It's really unique. Yeah, I was there, I think, for maybe 5 or 6 years. Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, we played some Western classical music and some Israeli folk music, and yeah, it's quite 30 harmonica players, different orchestrations. It was really cool.
And who are the teachers there? I mean, there's there are some famous players. I mean, there's the Adler Trio from Israel, but who's teaching there?
So at the orchestra, I mean, right now the instructor is not a professional harmonica player. He's a pianist, but he also knows to teach people how to play the harmonica. But regarding the Adler Trio, after I was in the orchestra, I started to take private lessons with Dror Adler from the Adler Trio.
Okay.
So yeah, we're still in great touch. He's helping me to fix my harmonicas all the time. Yeah,
that's pretty important.
Yeah.
So Tina is also asking, did you actually start with the chromatic harmonica? I mean, we talked before, and you play some diatonic, but you started with the chromatic.
Yeah, that's my major instrument, my first instrument. Yeah.
And would you say, was it a decision at the age of 7, or?
Not really. Just I followed my sister. I mean, it was a decision for sure later on when I was maybe 16, 17. It became serious, and I needed to take this decision if I want to make a career out of it, you know.
Yeah.
But for many years, it just happened, and yeah.
And how do you feel about the harmonica scene in Israel right now? Are there many other harmonica players, or is there a community?
There's a few. I mean, there are 2 really great harmonica players. They're both older than me, Ronnie Eitan and Yotam Beno. And they're also from the area of Jerusalem, and one of them was in Berkeley for a while, and the other one was also at the new school. So yeah, they're great players. And the Adler Trio, but that's it basically.
Yeah.
It's a small country. Harmonica is not very common in general, so in Israel it's not really happening. You know?
So yeah, I mean, that's why it's very, very special that you actually studied harmonica at university.
Yeah.
So there are very few people who did this. And I mean, I know about the new school, and I actually applied there at some point too.
Okay.
And there have been some harmonica players before that's studied there, right?
Yeah. Do you know Gregoire Marais?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. So he's also a teacher. He teaches there right now. I studied with him.
Okay.
Over And he was also a student back then. So yeah, and Yotam Ben-Or from Israel, he studied at a new school. I think he graduated like maybe 3 years before me, maybe 4. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's funny. Like many places, I was thinking to apply for master's degree in New York. So many places are not willing to accept harmonica players. I couldn't even
True.
do the auditions, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same for me. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little crazy, but yeah, the new school gave me the opportunity. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I only heard about that other French harmonica player too. I forgot about his name.
New York?
He was also at the new school.
I don't know.
I forgot. Maybe the chat can help out. I'm sure that somebody knows him. Oh, can you say there's Philip in the chat? He asks for the names of the Jerusalem harmonica players. Can you say them again?
It's Ronnie Eitan, and Yotam Ben-Or.
Okay. Philip, I hope this helps. And yeah, please chat if you can help me. Like, there's another chromatic harmonica player in New York from France who studied at the new school. So yeah, maybe you can help me
I
out.
think I've heard about him. I don't remember the name, but I think maybe he has like an harmonica school right
Exactly.
now in New
Yeah.
York. Is it this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but yeah.
So who are the other harmonica players you ran into, like, when in New York, and when did you move to New York?
So I moved in, I think, August 18th.
Okay.
Yeah, like 2 years ago. Yeah, it was a big experience. I didn't meet like so many harmonica players, not at all. Just Gregoire, and he is amazing and is a big inspiration in the scene in New York. He's basically the only one over there who's really doing it. He's playing like in all the big clubs with all like the best jazz players. So yeah, he has like an important place over there.
Oh yeah, Tim helped us out. Ivonic Pren.
Oh
Is that how you
yeah.
pronounce him?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I only met Gregoire Marais at one time at a harmonica festival in South Korea.
All right.
And I think he played like a little solo
Like
performance
Dawson?
there.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
But that's the thing, like, for us as harmonica players, we can not only like study with harmonica players, but we also study with other instrumentalists.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was a big like phase in my life to understand. I mean, I couldn't accept that the harmonica is not common and it has like so many limits, and you can't like find like big musicians to be inspired by. So I've studied over the years with like a drummer and a saxophone player and a trumpet player and a pianist, and it gave me a lot. It was amazing to get like different perspectives, on melodies, and then from a drummer how to play rhythm on the harmonica, and how to play an harmony from a pianist and bring it all to my compositions and to my improvisation. So it was like a big thing for me. And yeah, it's important to get these perspectives. I feel like
definitely helps.
yeah.
I had a lot of lessons with pianists and also with guitar, one saxophonist. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are like the instrumentalists I learned from. And I think I just read that you also had a lesson with, or you had some lessons with Aaron Parks.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
when I was in New York, I also took a lesson with him.
Oh really?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was really good. I recorded it.
Yeah, he's great.
I learned a lot. I visited him in Brooklyn, and that was 2016 or something.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we worked like mostly on composing while improvising.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was interesting.
So does he teach at the new school?
No, he's not a teacher in the new school, but you can ask to study private lessons with him. That's
okay.
the benefit of the new school. You can basically study with whomever in New York.
Oh yeah, I read about that. Yeah.
Yeah, you just need to ask and it happens. Yeah.
So yeah, now something happens that I expected. Babak is already writing into the chat. He wants you to play some Israeli folk music.
I can play.
Do you think there's something you can play for us?
Yeah. I'll play. It's an Israeli song. One of the first songs I played with Dror from the Adler Trio.
Okay.
It's called Sympathy.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Now I want to see clapping hands in the chat.
Thank you.
But yeah, I knew that people wanted to hear something like that. And that was very bluesy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's pretty famous in Israel. Yeah, it's a song by Shlomo Gronich. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, people liked it.
Thank you.
So, I mean, you're also composing a lot. What would you say are your influences right now? Like, what kind of music are you listening to? What would we find in your Spotify playlist?
So recently, I'm listening a lot to Keith Jarrett. Yeah, and Anwar Brahim is an oud player is originally from Tunis. Right now is in Paris. And some Arabic music and Turkish music. That's something I'm discovering lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was also something I really liked when I found that video with you playing with the Jerusalem Orchestra.
Yeah, the Jerusalem East and West Orchestra.
And I mean, there was like a very, very big setting, like with the rhythm section and the brass section and strings and I don't know, some percussion, some darbuka and the oud. And what's that other instrument called that's sitting on the lap?
Yeah, so this is the kanun, and you have like the ney flute and the oud, and yeah, it's a great orchestra. It's like they're doing a perfect combination of Western classical music and more like Arabic styles and some Andalus stuff. So yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah, that video is awesome. So to those out there who haven't seen that, I can strongly recommend. And do you actually play some other instruments besides the harmonica?
I used to play an electric bass for a little while, and I'm I'm using the piano to compose, so that's like my second instrument. I'm not a pianist at all,
Yeah.
but it's perfect for composing, yeah, for me. So, yeah.
Yeah, same for me. It's like nice to have like some visualization and
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Do you actually? I mean, there are some harmonica players, but do you actually sometimes, if you think about stuff, see the piano keyboard in your mind?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, for me, it completes the harmonica, you know? Like, I
Okay.
have, like, there's this method. Maybe you talked about it with Aaron Parks because it's his thing. You have, like, three things. The rhythm, it's in your body. It's physical thing. And then you
That's
have the
exactly what he
harmony.
told me.
Yeah. The harmony is in your mind and the melody it's in the heart. So for me, obviously, like my main instrument, it's a melodic instrument and it's the most important thing for me, but I need to complete the picture. So I
Yeah.
have like the piano for the harmony and for the rhythm and yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah. But that's like the exact same lesson I got from him.
Yeah. It's classic Aaron Parks. Yeah.
But I mean, it was very, very helpful. Um, and like listening to him improvising, yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
really
great.
interesting because we are all, as listeners and as players and composers, we are all somewhere on the spectrum, you know. So we need to find like this balance and complete like the whole picture to create a piece, so people can listen to it and we can play it and yeah. So it's interesting.
Yeah, and it's like very, very melodic, like his improvisations. I think. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't listen to a lot of jazz, but if I listen to jazz, I definitely like to listen to Aaron Parks.
Yeah. A great choice.
And I would love to like be able to. I mean, we have the advantage, like we are already, hopefully, like singing through the instrument. But I also love like I really like other instrumentalists who have like the availability of doing something that's very physical. The
Yeah.
harmonica isn't very physical. And then like sing along while playing.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah,
But yeah, we can't sing along while playing.
and but we can practice that, you know.
Yeah.
Instead, like I mean, let's say like instead of playing a solo, you can sing a solo, and it's the same practice. You just need to hear it in your mind before playing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what I try to teach to some of my students. But yeah, I don't know what's the best way. I mean, the easier way around would be to start out playing something on the harmonica and then sing it, and then you
yeah,
gotta work on like doing it the other way around, like gradually get to that point where you
yeah,
can sing something in advance and then play it on your instrument.
yeah. You need to figure. I mean, you need to understand what is your instinct, and then to go with it while singing, but also to understand what are you doing on the instrument that you can't hear in your head.
Yeah.
So then to find like the right combination and practice that. So
So,
yeah.
do you actually teach harmonica?
Yeah, actually I just started like a few months ago.
Okay.
I have a few private students in Israel. It's really nice actually. It makes you think like in different angles on your instrument. You
Yeah.
need really like to deep down into the technical stuff and like and sound and like even like playing one note. So I mean
Like
you have
soloing
like
with one note.
yeah. I mean yeah, it's really interesting. It makes you like research into your own playing to understand what you're doing, how you do it. I mean, I don't remember like the stuff I learned when I started, but right now it's coming back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like how old are your students?
Pretty old. I mean, not old, but I mean 50 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not old, but not children.
But yeah, same for me. Like usually students are older than me.
Yeah.
But I mean that will hopefully change at some point.
Do you like it?
I mean, I do. I had a student that he was 13, but he didn't like. He stopped playing at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, like all my students are older than me right now.
Yeah.
Philip is writing into the chat. The wife of Shlomo Gronik is a great harmonica player.
That's right. She's his ex-wife, but other than that,
Okay.
that's correct.
Some
She's
breaking news on the Hohner live stream.
she was the solo player from the Adler trio. Michal Adler.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. She's great.
Matthias is asking, are you on Spotify or is there a CD or something available? You're working on the CD.
Yeah, I'm just working on my debut album. It will be released, I'm assuming, like in 2 to 3 months. And then you can find it in all streaming platforms. So yeah.
And will it be your original compositions only?
Yeah, it includes like only original compositions that I wrote like over the past 2-3 years. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What else? Philip says he's from Jerusalem actually, but an awful player.
Really nice.
That can't be true. Babak is asking, do you know Johnny Puleo and his harmonica gang?
No.
Never heard about that.
His harmonica gang. Where are they from?
And his harmonica gang. His Jewish harmonica player. He's a Jewish harmonica player? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But Gallego Pratt in the chat, he says, I think that Jason Rosenblatt is a great diatonic player from Israel. Do you know about him?
Yeah, I know this. Yeah, I know his name. I mean,
Okay.
I've never met him, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I gotta invite him too on stream soon, but I gotta practice before. He is really good. Okay, yeah, people are looking forward to the album. And Ben says, don't say 50 years old.
No, it's not old. It's older than me.
Yeah. But yeah, how can people contact you if they want to get a lesson with you?
So you can contact me through my website. It's just arielbart.com. Or through my Facebook page, my artist page, YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there are a lot of options. So you can check out the links below. I linked all the social media links of Ariel in the description box.
Yeah, you can find my email address on the website. So
Nice, yeah. So let's get into like some harmonica stuff and some gear. Like which kind of harmonica did you start out playing on, or which instruments are you playing right now?
So right now I have it like for a few years now. The Super 64X. I really like it. It has like a strong sound, warm sound, and I have this one which is very simple, but it's a great one. And then, as we talked before, I'm also playing some Suzuki's. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
mostly you're mostly playing 16 hole chromatics.
Only.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that? I mean, there are many chromatic players who just play the 12th hole all the time.
Yeah, I'm only using the 16s. I really love the lower sound of the instrument. Like the high octave is a bit like it's too like I don't understand the sound. It's not working for me. And
Yeah.
I'm using the lower octave. So for me it's perfect.
Yeah, I can totally understand.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I
mean,
also
it also
feel very
depends
bad
what
about some of the high overtones of the harmonica.
Yeah, I mean, it's not working for me. But I really love like the low sound, and I'm using it, so for me it's worth it.
Yeah. I never played a 16-hole chromatic. Like, how would you say, like, if the chromatic harmonica is like really well set up, how about like the response from the reeds in the lower octave compared to the middle octave?
I mean,
Do you have to anticipate like a little more?
it's difficult to say because it really depends what instrument are you using, because
yeah.
the sound like in each instrument, even the same model, it's a little bit different. So it's hard to say, but for sure, like from the middle range, you get more back. There is like this impact of I'm playing a note and the note is going outside and come back to me. I feel like and
Okay.
in the lowest octave and the highest octave, it just disappears so fast.
Yeah.
So it's like you need to figure this out, but also again it depends like on the instrument and if you're playing like with amp or acoustic on and yeah.
Yeah, that's also an aspect. Yuval Rakavi is already asking you about microphones. Like in the videos that I saw of you, I mostly saw that you're using like a microphone that's like basically directly attached to your instrument.
It's a pickup. It's an handmade pickup by Dro Adler from the Adler Trio.
Oh yeah, I actually found out about it. It's the DA64.
Yeah, it's amazing because you don't. I mean, I used to hold just a mic in one hand and then like to play it like this, but in this pickup you actually have like two mics here, and then you can get like a full sound and equal sound from your instrument. So it really changes like the whole sound that going outside. It's really amazing. I recommend.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like if you're performing with that, I mean that's like some. I mean, would be the same case if you like held a microphone in your hands while playing. But I mean, there's some extra. Yeah, you got to carry it along, right?
Yeah, but
So
also
does that feel different? And I mean, you're not practicing with the microphone, are you?
so that's what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
The thing with this microphone, it closes like the outside of the instrument, so you get like this vacuum, but it changes the sound if it's within amp or not, or acoustic. So just like I love to use the mic only if it's just like the pickup, because it's I mean it gives this warm and close sound, and it's another vibe.
Yeah.
So I really like to play with this one, and it doesn't matter if it like I'm just playing with myself in the room, you know.
So you like to practice with the microphone, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Like a nice, yeah.
Because I felt that when at some point, I don't know, there was like a weird situation, like sound situation at a concert, and I had to play a classical piece with the microphone, like holding the microphone in my hands too. And I mean, I'm not used to that, like playing classical music, especially. I mean, I need some precision for that. I definitely played worse than usual because it was like different, like holding the weight in your hands.
Yeah.
So yeah, usually if I play classical stuff, I like to have the microphone like in a stand. And
yeah.
If I play jazz, I hold the microphone in my hand. So yeah, that was the technical question. Matthias is asking, are you playing by ear or do you use lead sheets with notes or chords?
Both. I mean, depends what's the situation. I mean, if it's just like an improvisation section, I usually use like a chord sheet or by ear. It depends. And regarding melodies, so many times I'm just reading like a lead sheet, and sometimes by ear. It depends what's the situation. Yeah.
Okay. Did you do a lot of transcribing doing like your studies or like practicing jazz, or did that help you? Didn't that help you at all?
Yeah, for sure. I transcribed. I mean, I didn't transcribe that many harmonica players.
Oh yeah.
I did some, of course, Stevie Wonder and some Toots Thielemans, the classics. But I really like to transcribe other instruments like piano players. I mean, it gives you another perspective, another like shapes. And you have to think different because each instrument has its own like abilities and limits, and you need to get into it, and then you can bring it to your own plane while improvising. So, for example, like with the harmonica, you have like to move around. You have, of course, the Hinel and Hexel, but you also need to move around the instrument. And for example, I really like to transcribe saxophone players because, I mean, their mouth is always on the mouthpiece, so the breathing is different and they have more flow, and it's only the fingers, so they have like a different technique, and then you can get like a lot from transcribing other instruments. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, with the saxophone, I mean, you can basically like blow into the horn and like push down the holes, and the sound comes out.
Yeah.
Like with harmonica, we gotta really like move physically from one hole to the other.
Yeah. But also you have like what's comfortable for the harmonica, like certain scales and certain phrases. But then you transcribe, like for example, Keith Jarrett, and he plays like really like different vibe, different shapes, long phrases. It starts like from the lowest octave to the highest octaves, and it gives you something. Definitely.
Yeah, but like usually, I mean, I also love to transcribe piano. I'm usually surprised like at like what the harmonica can actually do, and I think like, oh, I never played that phrase before. Like, why it's so good on the harmonica?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's definitely something to consider. Like, that's some promotion for transcribing solos.
Yeah, for sure. But also, you know, like regarding sound, you need to develop your sound. Like at the end of the day, I'm not playing for myself, I'm playing with other people, so you need to put yourself out there, and you need to develop your own sound by listening to other instruments and to understand like the feedback, and to understand like what sounds good like with alt, what sounds good with tenor player, with piano, what range, what, like, you know, so you need to practice that.
Oh yeah. And how about like your experience like playing on stage with the harmonica? I mean, what kind of monitoring do you use I mean, it's very important for me, at least, always to hear myself clearly, so I can improvise freely and hear what I can play.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. For me, it's the same. It's really important for me to hear, like, if it's a jazz band, let's say, so it's important for me to hear the bass and the chords and the harmony. But for sure, the harmonica, it's like you need to hear yourself.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't always have good experiences with the sound man.
Same.
So yeah, that's a thing with the harmonica. But yeah, I think so. At some point, I thought about like bringing my own monitor, like a vocalist.
Yeah, I mean, right now, like I heard, like in some stages they have like this, like a personal mixer, near like to each player.
Okay.
Then you
Yeah.
can like do your own thing and change some things during like the concert if you want to, if you need to.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, I recorded like recording sessions with this kind of stuff. It's really helpful, but I never did it in a concert. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so we talked about this. You also have a diatonic. I also have a chromatic harmonica.
Yeah.
I mean, the biggest difference for me, like the biggest struggle for me with the chromatic harmonica is like the coordination of like the breathing pattern and the slide. So for me and for the people out there, do you have like an exercise on how to practice that whole coordination thing? Or was there something along your way that really like helped you a lot?
Like many like scales, like the difficult like let's say like A major or E major, you know, like
these are the keys I don't want to play.
The difficult scales. I did like different shapes, and like on the harmonica, like let's say like, so like, so then you can practice, like do it really fast, do it really slow, do it like with thirds, with quarters, with like 5 notes, like, so
yeah,
that's what I did.
That's the hard work I have to put in. Yeah. I just like to play in the flat keys on the chromatic. That's definitely feels easier.
Yeah. I mean, it's more natural for the instrument.
Oh, there's a comment by Rodrigo Rice. The enharmonics in the chromatic actually help a lot. They do, yeah. To me, this is one of the major differences between diatonic and chromatic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we maybe jam on a song, there's a last question by Matthias. As a composer, do you compose all the instruments or only the harmonica part?
So all the instruments, and honestly, like many times I don't even think about the harmonica. I'm composing a song, a melody, and then I'm doing the arrangement and deciding if I want the harmonica to play like the front line, or maybe just the solo. Maybe the cello will play like the harmonica classic part. So yeah, the harmonica is coming like after everything is already done. Like in my album, I have 2 songs that I'm not playing at all. It's just like a duo piano and contrabass and just a cello piece. So the harmonica is coming like the last for me to complete like the whole picture. For me, it's a tool to express my music. I'm a musician, but I'm also playing the harmonica. You know.
And I mean, that's the thing when you're writing on the piano. I mean, that's also what I prefer. I can't really like sometimes, but yeah, I usually write on the piano, and then I think about the harmonica afterwards, and like think if I can actually play what I thought about.
Yeah.
And maybe I can, but sometimes it's the other way around. I know that I remember that I wrote a piece that I thought was for, I don't know, piano plus like soprano saxophone. And then my teacher told me, maybe you should try to play that on the harmonica. And yeah, it kind of worked out. And I recorded it on harmonica too.
Nice.
But yeah, maybe there's a piece we can play or like trade courses on. Maybe there's also a piece that people out there would like to hear. So let us know in the chat. But we thought about playing a little blues.
Yeah.
But more like a jazz blues.
Let's do it.
That both of us haven't played in a while. Also, we're out of business for 9 months now. So please excuse us. But yeah, is that cool if we play Blues for Alice? Hope that's fine for everyone. I will start out on the diatonic.
Go for it.
Yeah, we should do the other thing later. Like, let us know in the chat if you want us to switch instruments. You can just type in 1 into the chat so we know. But then we'll play a standard blues.
All right.
You want to play the melody, or I mean, I will play it too. But
go for it.
Okay. Oh, it's in F, right?
Yeah.
using the lower octave.
Yeah.
That was great. I got to practice.
Yeah. Me neither.
But Rodrigo really loved it. He says, "Wow, Ariel swings like a queen."
Thank you.
Matthias always likes when someone plays something and the other one answers. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, if we would sit like in the same room, we could like trade, I don't know, 4 bars or something. But
Yeah, 4
with
8,
Zoom,
8.
it doesn't make too much sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a while that I played the melody too.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I need to practice this one. It's a good one.
But when you're playing live, you also mostly play your original compositions, or do you play standards live at all?
I don't really play standards. I play like many original music of my friends recently, and also mine, but yeah, like mostly original music. It could be mine, it could be like friends' music. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we didn't get too many responses. Like, let us know in the chat if you want us to switch instruments. There's only one message in the chat by Boris who wanted us to do that. We need at least 5. So what kind of diatonic harmonica do you have with you?
I mean, here I have this one
Okay.
in C. Yeah.
Yeah, we need some more comments. I mean, otherwise we won't do it. Is there a blues melody you can play on the diatonic?
I don't know.
Yeah, we can just improvise. I don't know about a blues melody that I can play on the chromatic. Has to be a slow one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really play it. I mean, sometimes for fun, mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, there are some people who want us to switch. I don't know. I really got to think about that stuff. Like if I wanted to play like Blue Monk or something. And that's me failing. How about that?
I can try something. My A isn't working.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I can play it.
Philip says still better than me. And Rodrigo says, Konstantin, I didn't know you got some chromatic chops. I don't.
You do.
That was the most basic stuff I can do. I can only play. I mean, C is a good key. D minor is a good key too for me.
For the chromatics.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And I like C minor too. Or E flat major, yeah.
Yeah, C minor, it's a good scale. I like the
That's
flat
easy to think
major.
about for a diatonic player too. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, maybe like C Jam Blues would have been the easier song.
Yeah. Didn't think about this one.
Next time we're better prepared. But yeah, I mean that was a nice thing to round this whole thing up. Like, I mean, let us know in the chat if you have any questions left. But what's up for you next? You're working on the album and recording.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost done. I already did basically everything. The mix, the master, it's ready. As I told you before, I'm planning to go to Europe for a little while, maybe in the fall. I'm applying for some master's program right now.
In Europe, actually.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Where did you apply? Did you already apply?
The conservatorium in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And the EU Gym program in Berlin. Did you hear about this one?
The like the Jazz Institute.
Yeah, like 2 years program, like 5 institutes. Yeah.
Yeah, I just know about
And
somebody told me
Cardiff.
about a Polish chromatic harmonica player who studied there. His name is Kasper
Yeah, I know him.
something.
Yeah, I don't remember his last name, but yeah. And for the Focuseer program in Basel.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, it depends, like, yeah, who knows?
I've been to Basel. I mean, that's very beautiful there.
Yeah, I heard. But, I mean, it's a 1-year program. It's, like, basically an ensemble. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the plan right now, so... Yeah.
But is there a chromatic, I mean, is there a chromatic harmonica teacher in Berlin? In Amsterdam?
Not that I know about him. No.
Yeah. I mean, I know about Hermine Dorlo in Amsterdam,
Yeah, I know her. Yeah.
but I don't know about anyone in Berlin. That's crazy. Like, why doesn't Berlin have a chromatic harmonica teacher?
I'm sure they have, but I can't think about anyone at the moment.
Yeah. But yeah, we are working on all that stuff, and maybe you are teaching at some of these places very soon.
Maybe, yeah.
So yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. Please check out Ariel, checking out the links below in the description box. Check out the videos that are on YouTube, and stay tuned for the CD. The next Hohner live stream will be in 2 weeks from now, together with Brandon Power. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm doing an Irish harmonica challenge on my Twitch channel, so he can give us some tips on playing Irish melodies on the harmonica. And I will try to gain him as a judge in the final episode, where we listen to all the recordings. So get ready for some Irish harmonica. But yeah, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for doing this. Like, this is the first stream of 2021.
It was a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
When will the CD come out? You said like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah. I'm assuming like mid spring. Yeah. That's the plan.
When we hopefully can play some concerts again.
Yeah.
So yeah, fantastic. Everyone have a good day or good evening wherever you are. Check out the links. See you in 2 weeks from now and practice some chromatic harmonica. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.